Hi, friends, and welcome back as I share my road to 50. Okay, guys, so recently I got my biological age test results back, and I was actually shocked. I knew I was doing a lot of things right. I've been in the wellness space for 25 years, but I did not expect this. So I took this test to see how old my body actually is, not based on my birthday, which is coming up this November, but based on my actual cells. The test takes into account our metabolism, our mitochondrial health, our inflammation levels, and according to my results, drumroll please, I am 20 years younger than my real age. 20 years. I mean, do I need to start applying for college again? Let's talk about it. What is biological age and why does it matter? If you've never heard of biological age, here's the deal. Your real age is just a number. We hear this all the time, but it turns out it's actually true. So, your real age says how long you have been walking the earth, but your biological age tells you how young or how old your body actually is on a cellular level. And the wild part, it's not set in stone. This is when we get into the subject of epigenetics. You can actually speed up your biological age, yikes, or you can reverse it. And that is exactly what I have been working on and what I want to share with you in my 50th year. But first, I'm curious. If you could test your biological age, would you? Do you think you would come back younger, older, maybe exactly your age? Tell me in the comments. I'm curious. I was pretty excited to test my biological age because of my lifestyle choices, but some of us, it might be a daunting task. How do we test for biological age? So for me, I have an actual hormone doctor who ran the tests for me. But there are a lot of companies online that allow you to do the test on your own by sending in samples. A couple examples would be True Diagnostic or Viome, but you can do some research and find a test that resonates with you. These tests all look at things like inflammation, telomere length, metabolism, blood sugar, mitochondrial DNA, and stress markers to estimate your biological age. And in taking this test, I was expecting to be a little younger than my real age, maybe 5 years or so, 10 if I was really lucky, but 20? I feel like that's basically time travel. Now, remember, our biological age is different than our metabolic age, which we can measure on a Hume body pod or a smart scale or something that does body composition. So, biological age, when I saw that I was 20 years younger, my first thought was, okay, what am I doing right? Number one, body lava and primal movement for lean muscle. Body Lava is the signature program that I created. It is considered the perfect workout in 20 minutes. All right, so you know how everyone always says lift weights to stay strong, lift weights to stay strong. Well, weights is a great way to build strength, but I found a way that's even more aligned with longevity. Body Lava. It is a combination of yoga and primal movements. And instead of just lifting heavy, which can often lead to overtraining, in my programs, I focus on natural, dynamic movements that challenge my body in a way that is functional, not just aesthetic. Think animal flow, moving, crawling, hanging, moving side to side, climbing, explosive power that is low impact or non impact. All of these types of driven movements support our spine and our body. Body Lava is all about continuous rhythmic strength. It's almost like strength training meets movement therapy. It builds the lean muscle, it boosts your mobility, and it keeps my joints young along with my spine. It, in fact, does the opposite of beating up our body. It actually invests in my body's structural health. And let me tell you the difference in how I feel and how I move. In my 50s, my flexibility, balance, and strength are all going to be better than they were in my 30s. And my bone density, which many people say women can only maintain through heavy lifting as we age, well, mine's in the optimal range, and I haven't lifted a heavy weight in over 4 years now. Have you ever tried primal movement? Or are you still in the lift weights and sit down phase? Be honest, I really want to know. So, when done properly, lifting heavy weights is a great way to build strength, but it's not the only way. It may not even be the optimal way for you. It's great that we learn to listen to our bodies because, believe me, your body will let you know if it causes inflammation or you feel joint pain or acute pain. What you're doing should be shifted. But even if you love heavy lifting, rock on. It still isn't enough to age in reverse. It must be combined with functional mobility and flexibility training. Period. Straight facts. If you want a case in point, have you ever seen someone at the gym whose muscles have muscles, but who can't bend over easily to tie his own shoe? That is not the picture of health or longevity. That is a focus on aesthetics. So it's important we really create this full package: strength, mobility, cardiovascular health. All of my cardiovascular intervals are done with low or no impact movement, which can be very jarring for your joints and spine. My style actually implements and can help improve the health of your joints and spine because a lot of the moves are actually based in physical therapy. So that's the number one thing I'm doing right, moving my body in a healthy way that also requires mental acuity, another pillar of longevity, to follow along. So next up, as we age in reverse, and this one, number 2, is huge. What is something else that ages us? Chronic stress. And it ages you faster than even junk food sometimes. If your cortisol level is always high, your body literally breaks down faster, AKA ages in acceleration. So I started taking stress seriously. I started saying yes to daily breath work and better sleep, and no to hustle culture and anything else that drains me energetically. And clearly, my body has noticed. So tell me, on a scale from 1 to, say, constant fight or flight, where are you right now? Do you actually do anything concrete for stress management? If you need some support with stress, and in this country, most of us do, we are often overworking, undersleeping. We have glorified being busy and under glamorized being rested. So if you need some support, there are a lot of ways we can connect. Just check out all the links in my bio. Number 3, the nutrition redirect. So I am focusing now on longevity foods, not just basic healthy eating. So I've been lucky. I was raised with parents who had an awareness of nutrition. So I've always had a fairly balanced view of nutrition, but now I eat specifically for cellular health. I'm not eating necessarily to lose weight. I'm not eating to be skinny. I am eating to be strong and fit, meaning less processed foods, more focus on protein and things like wild blueberries, olive oil, and fermented foods that can actually support long-term rejuvenation. Now, I go into very deep scientific detail with this in my Limitless Life course. And let's be real, what we eat is doing one of two things. It's either speeding up our aging or reversing it. So I started to pay attention, and things like food pairing and timed eating can actually help us age backward. Now, this doesn't mean that I don't enjoy celebrations, right? I love chocolate cake. I love the occasional glass of champagne. I am Italian. I absolutely love pasta. And let's be real, joy and community are also important pillars of longevity. But what it does mean is that I'm aware of how these indulgences or these decadent choices impact my body. And I have the freedom to indulge in them and enjoy them because my day-to-day eating is on point. I want to live life, and I want you to too. So tell me, what's one food you know you probably should eat more of, but don't? And conversely, what's a food you know you should eat less of, but don't? Tell me in the comments. I want to hear so we can open up this dialogue together. So next up, the big question: can I get even younger? I mean, what if I can get down to 25? Do I have to start paying student loans again, reapply for my driver's license tests? But seriously, it's likely my biological age will begin to age up with me. But really, all of this shows that aging is a choice. How you live right now determines how young or how old you will feel 10, 20, 30 years from now. And I'm doubling down on this philosophy. So if you're watching this in your 20s, you are just in the best shape to continue to age backwards. And if you're catching me in your 50s or 60s, good news, there's still time to get younger. So tell me, what's one thing you want to change to help you feel younger? Is it maybe more sleep, better movement, less stress? Maybe you need to build muscle or elevate your protein. I'd love to hear from you so that as we continue this journey together, I can offer more things to help support you. Okay, this was so fun. I love sharing ways we can invest in ourselves. And if you had fun, hit like, subscribe, and share this with someone who's always saying, I feel old, because trust me, they don't have to. I'll see you guys next time when we'll all be even younger.